Welcome to the show. We are live. This is the Fort Valley Boys show. Siani Boy, Michael Andre, they with us tonight. Might have some more guests later on. We'll see. Guys, what it do?
For the
Yeah,
business.
man.
Y'all need to pep up, man. It's the first of March. Mike, we almost at the finish line.
March Madness, baby. Oh, you talking about school?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it's
got about 50 more days to go.
60, 70, 60,
6, 7,
67.
6 or
6, 7.
7.
It's time. It's time.
Nice, nice.
So we got a big show to get on with. So we're gonna get started now to prolong the festivities. Um, we're gonna start with this. Mike, you are the draft guru. You are the Atwater Kuiper Jr. of the show.
Mel Atwater Jr. here.
Die,
2.0
die,
top
die,
10.
die, 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 die,
Yeah,
die, 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 die,
we
die,
we
die, 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 die.
we about a month and a half away from the NFL draft. Uh, we going over the. You want me to go to my new top 10, or you want to go to the combine?
Start with the combine first.
I think my question with the combine, I'm asking y'all, is the combine necessary or is it beneficial to some and not the others? What's y'all thoughts on the combine? What's y'all thoughts on the combine?
I'll let Siani go first on this one.
I think the combine. I think the combine is not only do I think it's beneficial. I think it's kind of crucial because there's always going to be things you can measure players on that won't represent the combine, but the combine also just kind of gives you like, you know how they say like numbers lie. You know what I'm saying? Like if you watch the game, like, oh yeah, he put up 300 passing yards, but it didn't look good. The combine is like the numbers where it's like, okay, like on paper, we can tell you that he's this athletic. You know what I mean? But all the other stuff that comes with playing in the NFL, the combine don't show, but you can't really see that until you get on the field to play. So
How you feel about the combine, Fade?
I mean, besides being a meat packing plant, I mean, some guys that probably never seen, like a Tom Brady, um, Kurt Warner, even though they found him in the Arena League. Um, it can help, I guess. I mean, does it float my boat? I really don't care because the draft is an inexact science. You miss more than you hit. It's fun to see a guy that's 245 pounds run a 4.4, but will he pan out in the league? There's a guy that got drafted by the Eagles years ago. Mike, you probably remember the name. You know what I'm talking about, right? He
Who?
was a workout
who,
warrior.
who when they get
Yeah,
drafted by us?
in the '90s by the Eagles.
Ooh, no, didn't go that. What position he play?
It was defense. I'm trying. Mike Mamula, that was his name.
Oh, Michael Moore.
1995 draft. I mean, draft. I mean, good talking points. You get to see some players that you probably never would have thought to watch. I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
no, it don't bother me. It don't make me no never mind on the combine. I watched some of it. This year's quarterback. I want to see. I was intrigued by the quarterback, but I didn't really see now. The guy from Arkansas put on the show though. But
He did.
Yeah,
He
I'm
did.
curious to see how he get drafted, how high he gets drafted.
I'm thinking second round maybe, unless he amazes at his pro day.
Yeah. I will say
Ty
the quarterbacks in this class are not. It's definitely one of the weaker quarterback classes in the past 10 years. Like even someone like Mendoza, who I'm pretty sure Mendoza didn't even. He didn't even participate, did he?
No, he gonna throw his
Yeah.
pro day
So
first.
even someone like Mendoza, great intangible, great tangibles, I guess. He like 6'6", like 235, 240 size comparison, I guess, to Josh Allen. But it's just like when I watched Mendoza at Indiana, it was like, yeah, you're good, you're solid, you're a good distributor. But not only are you going to a bad franchise, you're going to arguably the worst franchise in the entire league. And it's like, you're good, but like, even what's a prospect we look at that's very good in the past couple? Even someone like, I don't know, like Caleb, any prospect, Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, all these generational talent. Nobody's going to the Las Vegas Raiders and making them even a 7-9 team next year. They don't really have any weapons there like that anyway. And I don't think Mendoza. I think Mendoza is probably the weakest Heisman winner of the past 10, 15, maybe 20 years.
Whoa.
Oh, that's oh.
And it's not even say he bet, but it's just like, it's just last year was probably one of the least star-studded college football seasons I've ever seen. Like Ashton Genty would have been head and toe, not even close to Heisman winner this year. Not even close if he had the season he had last year this year.
Now, when you say when you talk about Mendoza and his Heisman Trophy year, what do you mean by not star studded? Like, what do you mean?
I mean that he's good, but I don't think that he is. I don't think he has the physical talent of any of the quarterbacks. Like, I don't think Mendoza is as good as a prospect as Cam Ward. I don't think he's as good of a prospect as Shador was. I don't think he was good of a prospect as Jackson Dart was. The only one he's probably better than is probably like when you get to like Dylan Gabriel and things like that. But in last year's draft, Mendoza is probably like a late second round, early third round pick.
Mendoza would have been in trouble being the number one pick if Dante Moore would have come out. There'd been some talk about that.
For sure. Dante Moore and I feel like Trinidad Chambliss over there at Ole Miss, I think they're both better quarterbacks than Mendoza.
Yep, I got Mendoza going first to the Raiders. So we get into the top 10, and this is my top 10 how I look at it right now. But I got Mendoza going first to the Raiders. It's clearly that they're not gonna ride with Geno Smith. Maybe Geno Smith will stay there. Mendoza will be a quarterback in training. But I got Mendoza going first. Now, this might be kind of high for this, but I got the Jets at second, and I want to hear what y'all have to say about this. I got the Jets at second, getting Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State. Now, to me, Caleb Downs, I think, is the best player in the draft.
Okay.
Now, it's kind of high at number 2 to get a safety. And the reason I got them getting Caleb Downs, they need a quarterback. But ain't no quarterback worth getting that too. You don't
True.
get Mendoza, there's no quarterback worth getting it too. And I feel like Caleb Downs is the best player in the draft. What do you think about me? We putting our Jets hats on. We all in the Jets war room right now. I run Caleb Downs by y'all. What would y'all say? How would y'all feel? I know Fade from the chime in.
Y'all gonna run me off my own show. I say that. Would I keep my job if I give up 3 first round picks for Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, we finna run y'all.
Yes.
Please.
I would say yes. Well, no. I would say you're good. If you giving up, wait, are you the Jets and you giving up 3 first round picks for Lamar? I
Because
think.
your
I mean,
offensive line
hold
is
up.
not that bad. Your offensive
That's
line is
not
not that
bad
bad.
because didn't Green Bay just gave 2 first round picks for Micah
They did.
and a pretty solid nose tackle in Kenny Clark. So 3. I'm not gonna lie to you, that might be a deal because Lamar's still in his prime. It's not a crazy deal. I just don't know if even Lamar is good enough to lift the Jets out of how bad they are right now. He might make them like a 9-7, maybe a 10 and whatever playoff team, but they're so bad, like foundationally. You could put Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen on the Jets. Y'all might get to the wild card round. Maybe that's about it.
I'm looking at it. Your offensive line is already solid.
Yeah.
You still got Garrett Wilson. You still got Brees Hall. You fit a franchise tag him anyway.
If he don't want to leave, yeah.
Only thing you need to rebuild is that defense.
Yeah.
So how you
Yeah.
feel about Caleb Downs then? Y'all good with Caleb Down
I don't
going
disagree.
too?
I don't disagree with Caleb Down being the best player in the draft, but the Jets has so many needs
Yeah,
that they might need to trade down to get some more picks.
that's not crazy. That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
That ain't really crazy at all.
If I'm looking
Um,
at maybe if I'm the Chiefs, I don't. If I'm the Chiefs, I might have to find a way to trade up and get Jeremiah Love because Jeremiah Love's not gonna get to them, especially the
Wait,
Commanders right there.
what pick are the Chiefs this year? Because they didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, well, I'm my bad, Mike. We went too fast. They're ninth, but we done jumped over here. Go ahead, Mike. My bad. Ooh,
no, you good. I got three. I got the Arizona Cardinals getting Francis Moagua. I hope I'm saying that name right. The old tackle from Miami. Got them going to Arizona. I got the Titans at 4 getting Arvil Reese, the edge, the DN from Ohio State. At 5, I got the Giants. I think the Giants got themselves something with Jackson Dart, and they need to build up that O line. I got Spencer Fano, old tackle from Utah, going 5th to the Giants.
let's
6th,
start right there.
okay.
Start right there. Your offensive line is decent.
You still need to protect him though.
I mean, if I'm the Giants, this is why I reach for Jeremiah Love right here or Jordan Tyson.
At 5, you will go with Jordan Tyson?
They need enough. They need another
Because
receiver
I
to go
got him
next to.
going. That's my next name. I've got him going 6th to Cleveland.
Hmm.
So they need some weapons. Cleveland needs weapons also.
They
Could
do.
have.
I ain't gonna lie. The Giants, because they have their number one of Malik Neighbors, right? Nip and tuck, that's who it is, what it is. They have a solid, group of running backs too. Like Cam Scatterboo come back, he's solid. You got Tyrone Tracy as your scat back, he pretty solid. You could get a wide receiver in the draft, but I feel like Malik Neighbors is such a solid number one. You could probably go bargain shopping in free agency, get you a solid number two, and then go from there. But I do know outside of their left tackle and Jordan and Andrew Thomas, the rest of their offensive line is kind of like so.
Yeah, I got Jordan Tyson going 6th. I got at 7. Fade was just talking about him. I got Jeremiah Love going 7 to the Washington Commanders. I think they need a strong running game to help out Jaden Daniels. What you think about that pick, Fade?
Yeah, I agree with running back. I don't know if I would go that high, and that defense is already old. This is where I would probably go for Ruben Bain right here.
That's true.
Um, Ruben Bain's going to drop a little bit because of his arm length. So, um, but I agree with the running back. I would just try to see if I could drop down a little bit, get that guy for Texas Tech. Uh, or go for Ruben Bain. My defense is getting old. I see what you're doing with the Chiefs. We'll get to him in a minute with Jamar McCoy because they probably going to trade McDuffie. That's a possibility they might trade McDuffie.
Mm,
That which is you traded away old boy the year before.
yes, me, yeah.
The but go ahead, Mike.
I got 8. You just mentioned them. Got Ruben Bain going 8. I got 9. The Saints getting Jamon McCoy. And I got 10 falling kind of a lot. I had Keldrick Fault. I think I went with Peter Wood from Clemson. But I got David Bailey going 10 to the Bengals. That'd be a perfect pick.
Yeah, because they're going to lose Hendrickson. So
Yeah.
um, while we're on Hendrickson, what? Stay with me now. Do my Chad Ocho single. Stay with me now. If I am the Commanders, I think my cap should be good, and I'm thinking about maybe that number 7 pick go for Max Crosby.
Hmm.
That's not
That
bad,
that
Fade.
that front 7 is old. Bobby Wagner's not getting any younger. You really didn't have a pass rush, but you do need
So
to.
you gonna need to give up a one and some more, maybe 2 1s this year and next year is one for Max Crosby.
If I'm taking on his contract, I'm gonna get up one.
Ooh. I only say that because I know the Eagles. They in like talks, and they said that the Raiders. They said word for word they looking for a Michael Parsons type of package for Max Crosby. Now I don't know about that, me personally, but
You know who could offer it? The Browns.
they
They
probably
got two
could.
first rounds. They got two first round picks this year
Oh, ooh,
from from
ooh,
Jacksonville.
Max
Or
Crosby and Miles
or
Garrett. Well, that's
or
crazy.
or or the Rams. The Rams got two first round picks.
See, what we're not gonna do is give the Rams any ideas to upgrade their defense. Is what they're not gonna do. That's what we're not gonna do. But that would be crazy. That would be. I feel like the only reason the Rams might not take that up because I feel like they believe in their front four, the young front four with Byron Young and Jared Verse in them, Brandon Fisk. They've been doing pretty good in the draft regarding their front seven for the past
Ram needs
couple of
some
years.
secondary help.
That is what they need because all of their corners are god awful, terrible.
And
Ever
they
since
can
they
they
lost
can
Ramsey, their corners have been bad.
and they can move up in the draft if they really want to. They got two, like I said, they got two first round picks. They got the Falcons
Yeah,
and their own
They got the
pick.
Falcons
I
picking like 13 or something.
yeah,
I would move up twice. I would
yeah.
move up, use both of picks to move up.
That's a player. I mean, that's a team. You give up both of them first round picks and some to get where I think where the Jets at, and then they get Caleb Downs. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be because they just need a little bit of secondary help. They ain't got no help back there,
Yeah.
as we saw in the NFC Championship game and the wild card game against the Panthers. Because why the Panthers putting up 30+ points on you?
Carolina they got better. If they can add them another receiver with um, McMillan, Carolina gonna be. They got Rico Dowdle running the ball. Carolina Bryce
Yeah,
Young done finally started playing better.
he
They
doing this thing,
15 to
Joe.
1.
They
Maybe
there.
15 to 1.
McMillan definitely better than I thought he was gonna be. I give him credit. He nice.
Problem with the Carolina Panthers was they should have took C.J. Stroud.
I
You
don't
right
think
about that. I do agree with that.
Frank Wright still have a job.
I do agree with that.
No, he
Even
went
for
on
as bad
COVID
as
and
CJ
everything.
playing.
I think what the problem is with CJ is you literally had no weapons. Your running back
No,
didn't play all year.
no what? Yeah,
Nico Collins been out half the year. Then
yeah.
Tank Dale
It was out
is not going to
almost.
be back. It
Yeah,
was out the whole year. He
yeah.
might not be ready next year because he tore so much in his knee. Is ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember that happened. I remember when the injury happened. It was like, not only is he not coming back this year, he's not going to be back next year, and he might not even be back the year after that. I'm like, God damn.
that's it
But
was bad.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
but
shredded that knee.
yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, he ain't got nobody to work. No weapons really. And then even outside of that, his offensive line might be the worst in the league. It's got to be like bottom three, bottom four. Like his offensive line
You,
is terrible.
you traded Laramie Thompson. What'd you expect?
That's true. That's true. And I don't know how that was a terrible idea, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I think the only bright spot on their offense might be Dalton Schultz. He's pretty solid, but I mean, and Willis Marks or Will Marks, that other running back, he was pretty solid too. But outside of that, I mean,
Yeah, Nick Chubb didn't look. I mean, Nick Chubb is. I mean, he has torn and missed his knee up so many times. I mean, that's we didn't know
yeah,
his offensive line either though too. So
yeah, that's true. But Nick Chubb is definitely because I remember watching that game where he messed up his knee. I was like, yeah, he gonna come back, but he'll never be Nick Chubb like he used to be because that knee injury was terrible.
yeah,
But yeah, the Texans just need some help on the offense. They got so many holes to plug on the offense. They can really go anywhere, and it really don't matter. So as long as they can retain as much of that defense as they can, because
like
that was a great defense, like historic. I don't know how they messed that up.
yeah, that defense ain't going nowhere. They're gonna pay that defense.
Mm-mm.
While we're on CJ Stroud, do you give him the 5th year option, Mike?
Ooh,
Um, I can afford to give him the fifth year option as good as my defense is. My defense can lead me to a Super Bowl. I just need CJ Sharp to be halfway good. I don't need him necessarily to be a. Everybody want a top five quarterback, a top 10 quarterback. I just need him to be the middle of the road.
that's fair. That's fair. You
All
know, I
right, so
completely agree.
yeah, I think you gotta give him the 5th year, or they could. I mean, this year this is his 3rd year, so he's had what 3 offensive coordinators, I believe. He's on his 3rd offensive coordinator.
Probably.
Because matter of fact, this is the second one, and Bobby Slowett went to Miami.
That was his first one, his rookie year.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, no, I believe in CJ. I think last year was just a bad year. Obviously, the offense was terrible, but he good. He good. Yeah, you're right.
All right,
He
let's
just
go
needs
to
to improve.
yeah. Let's dabble in a little bit of NBA right quick. Just Spurs. I like Lil Wayne song. The black hat, the black hat, the black hat, the black hat.
It's hot. They super hot, man. I'm
What
gonna
there?
tell you
12 in a row now.
something like that. I didn't think Wimby is becoming a generational talent. I think San Antonio got enough to win it. You got Wimby, you got De'Aaron Fox, Castle, like they Dylan Harper. They got it, man. San Antonio, they got it.
Yeah, they lost today to the Knicks, but they was on 11 game winning streak. They lost. Ooh, they got beat down. 114-89. Um,
Ooh.
but I don't expect the Knicks to do anything. They have literally no defense. But
Mhm.
but that's not a question I'm gonna ask. Can the Spurs make a run, Siani?
So only because my 76ers pissed me off so much, I'm not as knowledgeable about what's going on in the NBA right now. But what I can tell is that because let me answer that question with another question. The way that people are talking about Wemby right now, I know it's his second year. I know he was touted as a generational talent before he was drafted. But would y'all say what he's doing right now is more impressive than when LeBron took the Cavaliers to the finals? What was that? His second or third year in the league when he took them to the finals?
It's
LeBron,
4th year.
his fourth
It's
year. In a, so
no, it's not
is
bad, but go
Wemby
ahead.
on? Yeah, is Wemby? Do y'all think Wemby is on that level? Like, do you think he's already a top five player in the league right now?
Ooh,
I don't think he's top five, but I think Wimby could get an argument as one of the top 10 players in basketball now. So if you look at the top 10 or just top five or however, you know the Joker, Anthony Edwards. Uh, you got to start putting add Cade Cunningham in this now.
He is
Um,
doing crazy. Yeah.
SGA,
SGA. That's like
Giannis,
SGA, of
five
course.
people I just named right then.
Yeah,
Giannis,
Giannis when
yeah,
healthy.
yeah.
Um,
Jaylen
and,
Brown.
and Luca, Jaylen Brown,
Luka,
and
yeah,
not to argue, the old heads could get a consideration. Like LeBron and Kevin Durant still playing basketball at a high level, so
yeah.
Wimby's in there, but it's top five. He pushing it.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Only thing with him is the availability.
Yeah, man. You know, people that tall as him don't really, because what is he like 7'6"? They said.
Hmm.
Listed at
Yeah.
7'3", but he's really 7'6". Let me see what
See,
the
yeah,
Knicks just said.
that's I don't know, man. That's a lot of length, dog. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because how tall was Kareem?
7'2".
See, that's what I don't know, bro. Once you get past like 7'3", 7'4", and I give Wimby his credit because he's pretty solid for how tall he is, especially compared to last year. But I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. But I think, yeah, based off of what I seen and what I heard, I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, outside of San Antonio, who do you think is really standing in their way in the West?
I think you're gonna have to go through some heartbreak because this team is really. I mean, you got Harrison Bismack Biyombo. I don't think he's played at all this year. Harrison Barnes, De'Aaron
Mm,
Fox,
okay,
and Luke Cornett, but and Kelly Olynyk, Mason Plumlee. Those five guys have the senior experience on that roster. But the
right.
problem is, the only one that has really ex, has valid experience as a champion would be Harrison Barnes. You could say Luke Cornett, but he didn't get a really lot of burn.
Mm,
Um, and remember, Coach Pop ain't coaching the team.
you're right. You're right. I
Yep.
totally. Oh yeah, you're right.
I think they need a heartbreak, but I mean, this could be, if you think about it, this could be reminiscent a little bit of the Golden State team in 2014-15. Even, but they made the playoff the previous year though, and then fired their coach, and then brought a new coach in, and Steve Kerr won the championship off the back of Mark Jackson. And of course, Mark Jackson
Um,
been blackball in the league, but that's a whole nother story.
right.
Um,
Okay then. So you saying they basically just like one lesson away and maybe one piece away from really dethroning the Thunder because they'll probably still be OKC again this year.
I think that with the Spurs, I think they have everything to match up with the Thunder. The
Okay,
thing they need is experience.
that's fair. That's fair. I think that's true, but even at the same time, I look at a team like OKC and the fact of how well they did last year in the finals, and I think they was like the youngest team in the finals or one of the youngest teams to ever win the finals in NBA history.
Yeah,
So, I think it's possible, but it just depends. Yeah, I think it depends, but Wimby is definitely the person that's going to take over the league when LeBron finally hangs it up.
let me see what else on NBA. We got. I think the Spurs have a chance to make it. Is this Detroit year to make a finals run, Mike? Mike, though?
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Detroit have
Thank
a
you.
realistic shot of getting through the East.
The East is tough, man. I just be a big proponent of going through stuff to get to the finals, and maybe Detroit might take an L this year to go through stuff, but you can't go wrong with Boston, Cleveland, Detroit, and New York. You have no clue which one they can make it. But I think they got enough, but will they do it? I don't know.
Because they beat Boston. Detroit has beat Boston 3 out of 4 times this year. Um, Last time was on January the 19th. Uh, that was a close game, 104, 103. Right now, Boston is look like 6 games up on Detroit. 6 games up on Boston. Excuse me. Um, and your I'm gonna tie this in the next question. Should Jaylen Brown be in the MVP conversation? The answer is yes.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, I feel like the only reason he's not in it as much as he should be is that even though he's doing great this year, I feel like subconsciously folks still look at the Celtics as like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So I feel like maybe like they're like, oh, like he's doing good for like right now, but like just wait till Jason Tatum get back, if that makes sense.
He has career averaging points, career averaging in assists, career averaging rebounds. Uh, A career average in free throw percentage, 3-point percentage is down, but of course in Joe Mazzulla's offense, he shoots it more than Denny Crane did on Boston Legal. So I mean, he's playing defense. That's that's the kicker also. So
He does play defense.
and, and
Great
he's
defense.
leading the team. I don't see the Celtics going to work because I don't think they have enough size. That's the thing. I don't think the Celtics have enough size right now. With this year, you traded Porzingis, but you had to get on the cap purgatory. Looking at their roster now, you have Nemius Kita. I hope I'm saying his name right. And you got Amari Williams. Those are and on Luca Garza, who gets guarding gets burned. Remember, he was a National Player of the Year for Iowa and rode the pine for Minnesota for years. Those are the
Mm,
only three guys 6'10" and over. Everybody else 6'8", 6'6", 6'6". Um, and they did have what's his name from Anthony Simons, but they traded him to the Bulls, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So they get Nikola Vucevic. He's a center, but he's only 6'9".
mm.
So yeah, look at these salary dog. These salaries. Ugh. Yeah, they have about $184 million in their cap. But yeah, Jaylen Brown should be in the top three. To me, he's a top three candidate for MVP with Cade Cunningham and SGA. Of course, Joker is there, but I think Joker might miss another game or two, and I think they're
Yeah.
getting close to this rule for 65 game minimum. And let me ask you guys this: Is
It's
this
getting
is
out of
this a
hand.
good idea to have the 65 game minimum for be qualified for awards?
Hey, Faye, if we want a contract for the next year, we got to come to work, don't we?
Yeah, gotta come to work.
So, you know, you got to play that minimum amount to get the awards. You want your awards to get you to the Hall of Fame. You want to get yourself to the Hall of Fame. Hey, you got to play in the game. Now, let me say this, man. You know, it's a lot of talk about, of course, how we were brought up and how these group of people brought up. LeBron was on some podcast and was basically trying to say how they are, I guess, wired up, how these players are. It's hard to play in all 82 games. That's what they say. Now, I know several guys from back in the day, John Stockton and Jordan. Them guys didn't sit out. And what LeBron not realizing, like the sitting out, you announce it. Like you announce it. That's the problem for me. You play tonight, but you ain't gonna play tomorrow to get rest. Old school wasn't like that. So as a young man, and this ain't this was saying, as a young man that grew up in this era of resting players and that kind of stuff, how do you feel about that? And do you see a difference from like when we were brought up, how players play and then matter?
Well, for one, I'll go first. You notice all them guys had bald heads in the 80s and 90s, right?
What that mean?
They was on steroids, but we're gonna keep that moving. That's how they were able to play 82 games. Uh, he had to put the phone down. Think about it. You had Joker that were in their 20s already bald headed.
True. True. Charles, Paul, Michael.
You notice after Mike broke his ankle or whatever, what was a broken foot? He broke his foot in '84, I believe. Um, you notice he ain't get injured no more.
Yeah.
In the words of I don't know what they were taking, but in the words of Kendrick Perkins, why take a ibuprofen when you have a perk?
Hmm. Hmm.
Ain't lie. Yeah, that's what they. I mean, I guess my questions with the 65 game minimum is like it goes to what y'all were saying about previous times, like the soft tissue. It seems like there's a lot more soft tissue injuries now. I don't know if that's because of the training regimen. I don't know if that what it is, but the
Pace
soft
these
tissue
teams.
injuries. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
honestly think these players today are bigger, faster, better basketball players than what we grew up on. I
Right.
think that's got a lot to do with it too.
So you think like their bodies is not used to like the other players didn't have to put their bodies through as much like force, like jumping up and down and whatnot, because their body is like running so high.
Yeah, and I think these guys have played more basketball. Think about like that through the 80s and part of the 90s. You know, these guys these days they come from playing AAU ball and different stuff. These guys are way more equipped than what we were coming up.
That's true. That's true.
Uh, yeah. Last question for NBA. Which team more likely to make a run, the Lakers or the Hornets?
Define make a run.
Conference Finals.
The Lakers.
Lakers.
Yeah, the Hornets having a magical year for their standards because they haven't been relevant since Michael Jordan owned them. That was when they were still terrible. Um, let me get to their teams. Let me get the Hornets. What's their record standings? There we go. They are they are right at the edge of the play in, 30-31, but they have been look. They Conkin Nipple is a player. He has broken the rookie 3 points made in 59 games.
Mm,
I think that's just the flow of the game, where the game is set up now. So you could say Steph Curry has been a part of that. You could say he's revolutionized the game or ruined the game to me. But just want to blame LeBron James for the ruining the slam dunk contest, the All Star weekend. We could blame Steph Curry for ruining the All Star game.
yeah, yeah. That's a trendsetter. That's what they call it, I guess.
Right now, the team that surprised me in this the six teams that's in there, not the 76ers, because they have a very good team. They have a championship winning coach.
Yeah.
The Toronto Raptors, they 35-25, Mike. 35-25. Did you see that coming?
I mean, look, they got Scotty Barnes, they got Brandon Ingram, which could have really been an all star. They got a good 1-2 punch. Scotty Barnes done got better. They got a good 1-2 punch. They really do.
Right quick, because I'm a Sixers fan too. How good do y'all think Maxi is? Yeah. Top 20, 25.
Yeah, he's one of the top 25 players in basketball.
Okay.
He
Yeah, he
is.
been going. He been going crazy because I've been feeling down. Embiid pulled a hole. I'm playing, not playing, injured, injured, not injured. I'm like, dang, bro. But I feel like we're finding his replacement in the aspect of like being that foundational franchise piece. And to be honest with you, I don't know how much longer we're gonna have Embiid with Maxi playing the way he's playing. So
No. NBA was fun. NBA is fantastic. Last topic. We're going to get into snippet of college basketball. I'll go through the rankings, through the AP top 25. Duke is one, Arizona is two, Michigan is three. They lost their backup point guard to a torn ACL. Iowa State is four. They just lost this weekend. Houston is five. I believe they lost this weekend. Uh, UConn, I, I I will not bet against UConn. We have Anatole real quick saying when he going back to the NFL. He going back for 30 minutes. Caleb Downs is the best player in the draft, but he might get picked around 10 just because of his position. I can agree with that.
That's possible, but Caleb Downs is Eric Berry-ish. Eric Berry, I think, went second when he was drafted. And you see what kind of Hall of Fame career he's had. I think
Yeah,
Caleb Downs is the same type dude.
Eric Berry. Pay for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
One had
yeah, I
cancer.
got cancer in it. Yeah, yeah, I got cancer. I think.
Let's see when he was drafted. Oh, he's from Fairburn.
I was gonna say, I know
Creekside.
he's from Georgia. Yeah,
Yeah,
Creekside
Eric
High
Berry
School.
went to Creekside to play at Tennessee.
yeah.
Yeah, he was selected fifth, Mike, in 2010.
So what?
He was picked fifth.
Yeah, I knew he was top five.
Yeah, Dion, I think, was picked fourth or fifth. I think Dion should have went to Detroit, but he told him you had to put me on layaway.
Hmm.
Well,
And they had dropped Barry that year.
yeah, they drafted Barry that year. Yep, that's probably one
Okay,
of the
so
greatest one of the greatest draft classes.
okay then. So yeah, Dion, I got someone just as good as you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Let me see what year. I think it was 89. What's that? Yeah, that was 89. Yeah, yeah. Dion went fifth. Barry went third. Derek Thomas went fourth. Tony Manners
Derek
was.
Thomas, boy.
You talk about somebody that was a bust. This is a name out of path, Mike, for you. Tim Worley.
Played at Georgia.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's touch on the college basketball real quick before we go. Out of the top six teams I just named, I think Arizona. I think UConn is the most scariest team.
Said UConn.
I think UConn is the scariest team out of the top six.
Did you mention the Florida Gators?
They in the top six, they seven.
Man, Florida is the most dangerous team in the country right now.
See, UConn beat them. Lost. They did lose to Arizona, but that was the fourth game of the year. They lost by 4. They lost by 9 to St. John, but they beat the hell out of them this past weekend. And Creighton, they lost by 7. So 7, 9, 16, and 420. The three lost by 20 points. They got one more game left this week against Marquette. Marquette, I want to root for Shaka Smart, but he went to Turkey for the hair implant. I'm gonna show you two pictures so y'all know I'm not lying. This man went to Turkey for hair implant. He looked like Nick Wright.
Mm. Yo,
No, he look like Nick Wright, Mike. No, he look like Nick Wright.
Yep. Yep.
that is Nick Wright.
That's him when he was. That's him, and it's him now.
What? Well, they did the Michael Jackson thing, innit?
Yeah, I'm telling you, he went to Turkey to get the hair implant.
Man. Nah, went to Turkey and got paler too. I ain't know. I don't know about that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, he looked pale and curly hair. I'm like, you should have kept it like that right here.
Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, the UConn is the deadliest team. Is the scariest team to me. Florida, Mike said they're the defending national champion. They don't put. Mr. Golden, the coach of Florida, He's gonna be viable. Purdue, I do not trust them. Gonzaga, I don't trust them either. Illinois, eh. But Fred Hoiberg, coach of Nebraska, he's doing his thing. But Houston and UConn, I would not be surprised if I see them in the final next year in April. Any disagreement with that, guys?
Yeah.
Or is it disagreement? You don't like that option, Houston and UConn in the final?
That'll be, that'll be okay.
I said I can see it. I ain't say I'm picking it yet because a bracket challenge. Siani, we would like to have you in on it for bragging rights this year.
I'll give my shot, but I will say that college basketball is probably my worst sport.
Don't worry. Just remember, Morehead State and Oral Roberts, if they're in the tournament, at least pick them to win one game. Right, Mike?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Is Villanova in March Madness this year?
Villanova ain't been relevant since Jay Wright left, but
Okay.
they have not been relevant.
Okay, never mind then. I just know that they're in Philly, and I'm just a Philly fan by association now. So
That's Big East, right? Or is that that should be Big East?
I think it is the big. They're in the Big East. I think so.
Yeah, they're 13-5. That's in conference. They are overall 22-7. They should make the tournament, but against AP teams, they're 0-5. So
Okay.
Mike Anzo say you got school in the morning. You sleep.
Well, I'm trying to fill up these clothes. But I'm out, fellas.
Yeah, we got
School in the morning.
school in the morning. Squilling an idea.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
All right, thank you for
Salute to
watching.
y'all.
We're gonna see y'all next time.
See y'all later.
All right, y'all.
All right.